To get right back into this football game. They'll run with Gibson. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. One more time with Gibson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run it with Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Offense out there for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He'll drop this off for Davis. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. Looking there for picks, but intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, that he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Fitzpatrick. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Fitzpatrick now. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Now Fitzpatrick. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
On second down, it's Gibson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Third and short yardage, Fitzpatrick. Looking long for Thomas. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his second touchdown on the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll have a little bit of time to work with. 35 seconds until the break. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second down and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. 3rd and 2, now Ryan. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Harmon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break all square. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Here's Humphries. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick slings this deep from McLaurin. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have the coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Crew able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Here's Humphries. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes that's a danger putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They just get the playoff. Now Fitzpatrick. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Off the play fake to Gibson. Fitzpatrick on the move to his left. A throw left side caught here by the tight end Bates. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first.
Second and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Working with a 2nd and 4. A handoff for Gibson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. So that'll back him up 5. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Fitzpatrick. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. A give running right, Gibson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Fitzpatrick. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll run it again here with Davis. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there. And it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. pass run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Fitzpatrick to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Fitzpatrick. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Desperation time. Fitzpatrick on 4th down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown.
Antonio Gibson.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They're making the stop. Jonathan Bostic, leading tackler for Washington last year.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Ryan. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They're going on fourth down. It's Ryan. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Foyesade American.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They go play action now. Ryan rolling to his left. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Ryan going to give this to Davis.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Ryan. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Here comes Humphries on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Gibson again.
And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw, Fitzpatrick. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Here's McKissick. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
Fitzpatrick.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A carry for Gibson, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Fitzpatrick. He's got it to Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And Washington has taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
And they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Ryan to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chase Young in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing now is Ryan. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
To a knee goes Fitzpatrick, and that should just about do it.
And with that kneel down at the end of the game, partner, They now get to 3-1. This is a good football team we saw in this game.
It is indeed getting to 2 games above 500, and I know early on, while they said they wanted to win every game, they thought they would be solid with a 3-1 start, and here they are.
Yeah, you break your schedule up almost into quarters. Every 4 games and assess 3-1. Any team would take that.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Washington, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.